You know, first impression was kind of a granola kind of guy. He's this guy that lives off the land. He's always bringing in different things from his vegetable garden, whether it's, you know,
world-class fruits and vegetables, and then share them with everybody.
Besides, he seems to always have cool vacations. He's always going cool places. He comes back with cool stories.
Most people probably don't know that Robert used to play in a band, and I was in the band with Robert along with one other coworker, and we were called Robert and the Interns. And most people probably don't know, but Robert plays a mean harmonica.
I appreciate Robert's thoroughness, codes very well, and I don't have to worry about error handling, exceptions, deployment, security. Robert's covered all of those bases.
Probably one of the smartest people I know.
He is brilliant. He's a genius.
Robert is brilliant.
The fact that he can do anything, he can do it very quickly with little or no help.
The guy just gets things done.
I mean, he does the work of 10 developers, I mean, literally, but he always seems to be able to fit in your needs.
We had proposed to the church to create this internet indexing system, and Robert Willie worked pretty much 12 hours a day from Thanksgiving through New Year's. So not only did it help Footnote, it's really being used by the church worldwide for their internet indexing system. And that was probably one of the most critical periods in the early years of this company. And it was really Robert Willie.
Hey Robert, I got a quick question for you. And there's silence.
I just remember the first time I went and talked to him about, I asked him some random question about like, some process in the database manager, and he just kind of looked at me.
Silence, and then he gives you his response. And so for the longest time, I thought Robert hated me.
We ask a lot of Robert, more than is probably okay, but he's always able to come through.
A couple years back, we used to water ski more than we used to. We used to skip away and take some long lunches and get out on a lake. And he just kicked my butt at slalom skiing. He can rip it pretty well.
Robert's a pretty good skier, slalom skier, so he got up and he went for a little while, but then he just let go of the rope. And when we picked him up, he said the reason he had to let go is because as he was doing his cuts through the water and the spray was getting on his bald head, I was giving him a headache. So yeah, but we had a good time, even though we froze.
He'd be a complete brainiac. He'd be like Pinky in the Brain and conquer the world.
Betty Boop.
Probably Superman.
I don't know, somebody really smart with a really good disposition and a really good person all around. Who is that? There aren't any movie stars like that. Robert Willie's one of a kind.
So you have the peafowls, and so you have the peahen and the peacock. And I would say Robert's kind of like a peacock. He's a man, but there's times when he really looks like a woman. Just very attractive at certain times. So. Peacock.
I'm not sure, but I think there's an exotic fish that at one point in its life changes from a male to a female.
Probably one of the things I will always remember about Robert Willie is for our Halloween parties when he's dressed up like women, and probably multiple people will tell you this.
Long purple dress on Halloween.
When he gets in touch with his feminine side and puts on a dress.
His ideas around accessorizing are
a busty young woman for his Halloween costume.
And Robert in a dress was truly delightful.
Came dressed up in a dress as a woman.
Here's this guy in drag. I have no idea.
cross-dressing would be a nightmare. Dressed up like you.
As me, this year was probably one of the best things that ever could have happened.
Turning some heads, frankly. I know Hondo was checking him out before he realized, and was in for a rude surprise when he figured out who that was.
Actually, the most disturbing thing was how much attention he was receiving from Brent.
He's not quite as good looking as Russell Black, but he gets close on Halloween.
Because we are all scarred because of this forever.
I have a cold, and he's like, don't drink milk. I'm like, well, I already have a stuffy nose. He's like, it'll make it worse.
One of the things I appreciate about Robert is that in the summer, when I wear shorts every day, I can always trust that Robert will be there with me with shorts, so I don't feel like I'm the only guy in shorts. And
I admire the way that Robert treats other people. He treats everyone with respect, and I think that people feel good around Robert because of the way he treats them. He makes people feel good about themselves.
One thing that I really admire about Robert, I think that Robert really cares about people, and he doesn't say things that he doesn't mean. I remember once Robert sent me an email just about something he felt like I was contributing to the company, and it meant a lot to me. Like, it was so thoughtful, and I still have it. Like, I printed it out and saved it because I really appreciated that he would take the time to thank me for something. And I think overall he's a very considerate person and really cares about other people.